Hi everyone, welcome to Keep Calm and Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this cute little kitty keychain. For this tutorial you're going to need plush yarn in pink and purple, 5mm crochet hook, stitch marker, pair of scissors, attachment for the keyring, some security eyes and some fiber fill. So make sure you've got all of those components. Now before we start, if you enjoy watching my tutorials, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. We're going to start off by working a slip knot using whatever method you prefer. Slip your hook inside and chain 2. From here you're going to skip your first chain and work 6 single crochets in the second chain from your hook. That's my first single crochet, second, third, fourth, 5th and 6th. Once you have your 6 single crochets, you're going to pull on this bit of yarn to eliminate the gap between your stitches. And this should bring your stitches nice and close together. From here, you're going to slip your hook in the first single crochet of your previous round and work a single crochet in there to start round 2. I'm going back into that same stitch to work another single crochet. Now when you work 2 single crochets in the same stitch, it's called an increase. We'll be working 6 increases in this round. Here's my increase number 4, 5, and 6. Once you worked your 6 increases, this should bring your stitch count to 12. We're going to now start the next round by working a single crochet in our first stitch. I'm going to start using a stitch marker from here to identify the start of my round. Let's follow this on with an increase. And we're going to repeat that combination one more time. So 1 single crochet followed on with an increase. Now in the next stitch you're going to be working a bobble stitch or a puff stitch. To do this you're going to yarn over your hook, slip it in this stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through first 2 only. Now we're going to be creating 4 of these bits which looks like an incomplete double crochet. Yarn over, back into that same stitch we go, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops again. That's 2 of those. Let's repeat the process 2 more times to have 4. Here's my third one and the last one, 4. Now this should make, you should have 5 loops on your hook after doing this, and we're going to yarn over, pull through all 5 loops in one go. From here, give this thread a bit of a pull and you're going to work a single crochet in the next stitch. So keep this nice and tight because that will make this puff stitch protrude and pop up. Follow this on with an increase. And we're going to repeat that same combination one more time. So a single crochet followed on with another increase. After this we are going to be working an increase, bobble stitch and then another increase. So you've got 3 stitches. So let's work on this together. So my first increase, let's work a bobble stitch now. So again, yarn over your hook, slip in the next stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through first 2. Let's repeat that same process 4 times all together. Here's second, third and 4th time. There we go. 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5 in one go. Pull on this thread again and there's the next stitch. So make this pop up and slip your hook in the next stitch and work an increase this time. That's 1 and 2. It should bring your stitch count to 18. We're going to start the next round by working 2 single crochets in a row. 1, 2, stitch marker back in place, follow this on with an increase, and here's your combination for this round. 2 single crochets followed on with an increase. Repeat that all the way around. At the end of this round, your stitch count is 24. Let's start the next round by working 3 single crochets in a row. Here's my first, second, third, stitch marker back in place, follow this on with an increase, and here's your repeat for this round. 3 single crochets followed on with an increase, and let's repeat that all the way around and meet me back here. At the end of this round, your stitch count should be 30. Now we're going to start the next round by working a single crochet in our first stitch. Follow this on with a single crochet in every one of these stitches all the way around. To finish one round, you're going to need 30 single crochets in a row. Once you've done that, you're going to follow the same method 3 times altogether to have 3 rounds of single crochet. So go ahead and work that and meet me back here. At the end of 3 rounds of single crochet, your stitch count should still be 30. Now we're going to insert security eyes into this head. I've already gone ahead and done that. You're going to be doing this between round 4 and 5. These ears are going to be your guidance. You're going to be inserting the eyes right in line with the inside of the ears. And so you're going to have about 3 stitches in between the eyes, like this. Go ahead and do that, and then let's move on to the next stitch, the next round. From here, you're going to start the next round by working 3 single crochets in a row. So that's 1, 2, 3, followed on with a decrease. So pull up a loop from the next 2 stitches, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 in one go. And here's your repeat for this round. 3 single crochets followed on with a decrease. Repeat that all the way around. At the end of this round, your stitch count should be 24. Let's start the next round by working 2 single crochets in a row. Stitch marker back in place, followed on with a decrease. And here's your repeat for this round. 2 single crochets followed on with a decrease. Repeat that all the way around. At the end of this round, your stitch count should be 24. Now let's start the next round by working a single crochet in our first stitch, followed on with a decrease. Pull up a loop from the next 2 stitches, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 in one go. And here's your repeat for this round. 1 single crochet followed on with a decrease. Repeat that all the way around. Now as you can see, the space between these stitches is reducing with every single round, so make sure to fill this up with some fiber fill first. Work this round and then meet me back here. At the end of this round, your stitch count should be 12. We're now going to work our last and final round, and in this you're going to be working 6 decreases back to back. So here's your first decrease, second, third, fourth, fifth, and final one, number 6. Once we worked our 6 decreases, we are going to have 2 options. Either we use a darning needle to close this gap off, or we work one more and work a slip stitch. So I'll show you how to do that. So we're just going to go ahead and work one more so the gap is even tinier than what it was a minute ago. And now this tiny little gap, we'll close it by slipping our hook in the opposite direction and opposite stitch that we've just finished with, and work a slip stitch there. Let's go ahead and snip this yarn off, pull it out of the stitch and pull this down to secure it in place. And that completes the body of this cat. So we're going to slip our hook from further away, make it come out from the same stitch, loop this yarn over onto your hook and pull this in. And there we go, that's it. Now on to the finer details, and for this we're going to take our pink yarn, thread it into a darning needle. I'm going to create 2 little lines on the top and on the side of the face of this little kitty. So to do this, you're going to slip your needle from anywhere really, it doesn't matter, and guide it to come out from the top where you want the stripe to start. So we want the stripe to start here, and we're going to have it this long. And we're going to, from there, you're going to slip your needle in and guide it to come out in line with where we inserted the needle here, so that we can create two parallel lines. And after, once we have done that, you're going to insert your needle in line with the back of this stripe and guide it to come out from that same space where we started the whole process. And once you've done that, you're going to take these two bits of yarn and give them a little knot in place. And using your darning needle or a hook, you're going to slip this back into that same stitch, guide it to go through some fibre fill and pull it out. Let's go ahead and snip this off. And do the same with the other. I'll show you how to use a hook for this. Slip your hook in from further away, make it come out from that same stitch. Let's go ahead and shorten this. Loop it onto your hook and pull it in. And there we go. And that disappears too. Now that is how we've done the stripes on the head. Just the same way, you're going to embroider two stripes on this side as well. So go ahead, work those two stripes in the same way as we did the head, and then meet me back here. Stripes are now on. Now on to embroidering a little mouth for this little kitty. Go ahead and thread your darning needle with black yarn. Slip your needle in from the stitch that's directly underneath the eye and make it come out in the symmetrical place on the other side, so perfectly in the center. From here, you're going to make your needle go back into that same stitch, but this time coming out a stitch, two stitches below, like this. We're going to slip our needle into this space here and insert it back in. Now from here, you're going to catch, either you can make a bigger nose if you wish to, or you're going to slip your needle back inside this space and make two little whiskers. So just embroider it out, pull this out a little bit more. Once you've done one side, my thread is quite small, so I'm going to tie that in place first and then continue on the other side. I'm going to thread my other end in and slip it back into that same stitch, and we need to make this symmetrical on the other side. So around the same space, make it come out and then make two whiskers on this side too. Back to that same place again, and now let's tie these two bits of yarn as well into a little knot in place to secure it. Snip this shorter as well using your hook. Slip it in from further away, make it come out from that same stitch. Loop this onto the hook and pull this in. And there we go, those are whiskers and the nose embroidered. Now onto the tail, and for this let's go ahead and work a slip knot, slip a hook inside and chain 2. From here you're going to skip your first chain and work 6 single crochets in the second chain from your hook. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Once you have your 6 single crochets, you're going to pull on this bit of yarn to eliminate the gap between your stitches. Now this should bring your stitches nice and close together. So round 2, you're going to slip your hook in the first single crochet of your previous round. And from here I'm going to be working 1 single crochet in all of these stitches all the way around. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Let's turn this the right way around, and from here you're going to be working 3 decreases. So pull up a loop from the next 2 stitches, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 in one go. That's 1 decrease, decrease number 2, and my final one, decrease number 3. And from here this brings your stitch count to 3. Let's stuff that tail back inside there, the tail, so the tail end of this back inside the tail that we're making. And there we go. Now, and once you've done that, you're going to follow the same method 2 more times. So go ahead, work 6 more stitches in a spiral and then meet me back here. Once we've worked our 6 stitches, this is what the tail should look like. We're going to work a slip stitch in our next stitch, and let's fasten off and leave a long tail for sewing. Pull this out of the stitch and pull this down. And we're going to now grab the kitty and attach this on. Go ahead and thread your darning needle with this bit of yarn. Turn the cat around, and we're going to be doing this in the same round as the stripes. So right in the center, in line with the top stripes, we're going to just insert it like this and catch the top part of the tail as well, and sew the 2 components together. And once we've gone through it a couple of times, you're going to make the tail come out from the side like this, because I like the tail to be on in the side profile. So you're going to now take this bit of yarn that's left over, you're going to attach and just randomly sew this tail onto the body. And wherever you finish, you're just going to make that connection really nice and strong by going through the same stitch a couple of times. And once you're happy with that, you're going to go through that same stitch again, create a loop with your yarn, slip your needle through that loop and pull this down. This creates a knot in place to secure the thread. Now slip your needle back in that same stitch, guide it to go through some fiber fill, come out from another side of the body, and let's go ahead and snip this off now. And that completes your little kitty. Make this into a keyring. You're going to take your keyring attachment and we're going to sew that right in the center of between the ears. So catch that middle stitch with a darning needle threaded with your purple yarn. Make it go through that last chain of your keyring, and let's just go through this a few times. So hold one end down, and we're going to just repeat that same process a few times to attach the 2 components together. And once you've done that and happy with it, you're going to, let's snip this down to a smaller size and tie the 2 things in a knot. From here, you're going to slip this back into that same stitch, make the needle go through some fiber fill, come out from another side, and go ahead and snip this off. And let's do the same with the other one as well. So we can use our hook to do that. Slip it from further away, make it come out from that same stitch. Loop it onto the hook, pull it through, it in, and there we go. Once it comes out, you're going to give it a little, well, snip it off, and let's give this little kitty a little squeeze so it retains its shape. And there you have it. Here's your little kitty keychain. If you enjoyed making this little kitty keychain with me, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.